north rink. The picture seems a little blurry. Honestly, we have it so fast. I was trying to... Alright, gets dumped in the Spuds zone. Spuds are in white. Fergus falls in what looks like green and gold. Goes into whites and oranges. Let's get it out of his zone. Ellie is in net to the left. Spuds are attacking to the right. He wants to score the goal on the right. This is right off the bat in the first 30 seconds. First, nice reversal from what's happened earlier in the season where we kind of tend to get down right away. Back out of the zone. Gets up against the boards over in front of the scorer's table. Gets kicked down into the Spud zone. Ellie grabs the door, swings around near side, skates it up, passes a long pass, misses the big head of target, goes all the way down for icing. So we're going to come back down to our left for a face-off. Point, but not the back down in. Goes back down behind the net, again down back to the near corner. Comes up, Abby grabs it in the near circle, swings down behind the own network, throws it the far side. Held in at the point, comes back into the far corner. Comes up, Finley's able to get it out. It comes down into their zone. This hammer gives chase, but they backhand it back out of the zone. Abby cuts across, puts it back in deep. But it was ahead and cleared, and we got knocked out of it. So it fades up in front of the goal for the pretty small fence. This puck gets passed all the way down the Spud zone. Goes wide of the net. Pass holds it in, the guy in the far corner. In the right corner, holding it up. Bump the camera here. I actually plugged in my microphone. Mike Sales pushes it down, going into the far side. Throws a shot. Billy got in front of it. Also pushed out to the point. This gets past Talia, but she backs up trying to throw it back to Berkeley, but it kicks past her all the way down to the Spud zone near corner. Berkeley swings around behind the net, up to the far circle, passes up towards Sailor, but gets picked off, turned over in the offensive zone. And then they get to Fergus, who picked it off, number 15, I believe. Couldn't get much on for a shot, so limps over towards Ella, and she holds on. Yeah, interestingly, your whites today. She's on her home color, but with a guest, even though we're at home. And that one was top on. So we're going to just to the side of the post. I can just cover it up. You see what's about it. Pass up out of the zone. Turned over at the red line. Kids gets a piece of it, backhands it into their own zone. Got it back up with it, pass it back out. Comes across, Marley gets a piece of it, knocks it back into their zone. And get it back out. Abby picks that one off, throws it down on net, and dumps it into the far corner. Up against the boards, gets around back behind the net. Ooh, picked her on the forward pass, Batty. 16th of Fergus goes after her. She gets around behind Ellie. Cuts across for a shooting opportunity. Ooh, drew it up. Hit the post in the upper right corner. It's pretty open. inch lower, they would have had a goal. Maddie Burstfield pushes that one all the way down into their zone. And the rest of the Spuds are getting a change. Goes down in the far corner. Comes up to the point. So was able to hold it in. Gets to Brindley. Brindley passes across. Just gets past Alyssa and goes into the near corner. Comes out to Berkeley at the right point. She does a shot down to his wide left. Comes up along the far boards. Brindley sends it back down around behind the net. Just pushes it around near side. Throw it up off the boards. Comes out to Berkeley at the point. She dumps it back around again. Over to the far side. Maddie's going off for a change. Talia comes back in. And they knocked it out of the zone. They backs up her own blue line. Passes the near side to Berkeley. She skates it up on the near side. Cuts to the middle at the red line. Drives it in on the far side. Cuts across again. Throws a bouncing shot off a deflection that goes to the near corner. Comes out to Hammer at the near point. She missed on it and Fergus kicks it out. He's chasing it down along with number 12 for Fergus. Fergus gets to it first. Cuts through the circle trying to get a shot. They got a piece of it. She follows up, swings around. Alyssa comes in, knocked it away, goes up to the right point. Send it through a shot down, just deflected off. They go right up to the front of the net again. Oh, it's that one save. Oh, she saved it a second time. Wide open on the right side there. Managed to hold on to two of them. And the puck keeps going. Still in the Spuds zone on the near side. He's in the near corner. They swing around behind the net. Backhanded shot up. Oh, again, the deflection was right there. And we're going to have checking. Who's the penalty going to be on? Good job, Ella! Oh, it's going to be on Sailor. So, Spuds going to kill a penalty here. All right, from 9:36. Apparently we're running a minute and a half penalty now. On the board is a minute 30 penalty. Nope, he's referencing 2 minutes. Waiting for the clock to get right. 9:36 left in period one. Spuds up 1-0. Sailor Olsen had a goal. About 20 seconds in, 15 seconds in. Just had a flurry of shots. I had like 4 or 5 saves. Point blank ones down there with rebounds coming loose. Now the refs are trying to determine if it's 1:30 or 2 minutes. It was 2 minutes for the penalty. Sailor got a penalty for checking in the far corner.
Yeah, I looked at it too.
So instead of taking the one off, we just got 2 of them lifted up on the board right now. Right, does get that face up, comes back to Maddie. Now goes along the boards, coming out up to the corner. Maddie backhands it out of the zone. Just dumps it in. 12 kicks it down. Gibbs trying to get it out. Puck's still up in the corner. Towards Maddie. Maddie gets knocked down. They're trying to center it. It comes out. Shot. Doesn't quite make it through. And they made it through. They got the puck left in the net. They try to wrap around. And so you see it in the corner and they pull it out. Maddie Burstfield then pumps it up, trying to clear it, but goes to the right point. They throw it back in, goes off the tip. She kicks it up towards Abby. Abby clears it out of the zone. Might go for icing, but cleared it out that way. Minute and 11 left on the penalties. Halfway up in the near corner, Spud zone. Back up down the power play, back behind the boards. Minute left now on the power play. Come up there, trying to come around near side. Let's push it over. Now push it towards the board, trying to get it out. Knocked back into the corner. Now he pulls it back behind the net. They get on the far side, center it up. Good work there from Marley to interfere with Bridget trying to get a shot off, and Spuds were able to clear it. Gonna go down for icing. Yep. And we'll come back down to the Spud zone. 38 seconds left now. 30 seconds again. Back behind the net. It's up through the circle. Now he gets a piece of it up towards Alyssa. She gets it out of the zone. And we got tripping on number 19. So they're leaving it up for the last 20 seconds here. And we're going to have a face-off down in the Fergus zone. 7:56 left in period 1. Oh, puck gets passed. This has got the right point. Up and way left of her, got out. She flicks it up. It's up to Tibbs. She gets it over to Abby. We had a shot missed wide right. Only 4 on 4. We got another 4 seconds left till Shayla's out of the box. They clear it out near side. Kicks off the fourth by the Spuds blue line. Tyler's chasing it down. He got to it. Shayla's out of the box. And now we got a minute and a half. Spuds power play. USA comes to and it was offside. So the Spuds trying to bring it out. Potter got it in front of Spuds bench. He was right across the blue line for an offside. And I guess he stop and play at 7 minutes and 21 seconds left. 26 left in the power play. Looks like we're going to do the face-off in the center circle. It comes over to Abby. She gets it all the way across. Tibbs trying to close on it. She pushes it into the far corner. Comes on the bottom of the circle. Passes up for shot for Abby. Misses wide. Just a bit wide right. Comes out to Birksfield at the right point. She sends it down, but they deflect it back out. She comes back, holds it in, backhands it to the near circle. Comes into the corner. So it swings around behind the net. Coming up the near side, centers it up, and it comes loose right front. And the goalie slides over and covers it up right in front of her left leg pad. Face up in the near corner. Goes back. Abby backhands it up front. Sailor with the shot, but hits side of the net and comes back around. Tibbs with a shot. Goalie holds onto that one, and then there was a collision there with number 10 that knocks Lily down and into the net, but she's up and out. All right, 6:43 remaining in the period. 48 seconds left on the power play. Face off on the far side. Sailor's got the face up, but when Fergus gets to it, she kicks it out past the defender. And there's a race, 20 and Maddie. And the 20 gets to it first, tries to reverse, tries to a shot. Puts it on net, Ella wants it. Comes around near side all the way down. It's rolling. Abby's fighting for it. She goes down. Sailor follows up with a shot and puts it in the left corner or the bottom left side of the net. Sailor followed up with that loose puck. Abby hustled down, getting to it. She and two Otter girls were going for it, but kind of puck squirted behind them as Abby went down, and it sat in the middle of the faceoff circle on the right side. Sailor followed up. Knocked it inside the left post. It Spuds up 2-0. So he's got the face-off. Puck sitting down right underneath the left. Irish take it, come near side. Push it at the board. Quickly kicks it back to the far side. To their side. They hit it back over again along the boards in front of us. This time it gets down to Spud zone. Quickly backs up, gets it in the own corner, swings around, gets it off the boards, trying to move it up. Comes up towards Mela. She centers it for Sayla, but it goes all the way across. Goes to the right point. They throw it down, back into the near corner. And the puck's cleared out. Puck's fluttering into their zone. They pick it up, about 10 feet in, turn around and fire it out. And go to the Fergus blue line. Berkeley sends it across, but it's past what she was intended, and Fergus comes back on the Spuds zone. On the far boards, popped into the circle, the face-off circle, and Abby clears it back out. Puck's rolling down into their zone. Goes back out, picks off a girl who's getting out of it, going for a change. When they bring it out, they go to the left side. And get a pass to number 19 they got a shot on, but it was pretty weak, and all covers out. Face up in the corner, shot, blocks that one. Puck goes around the far side. Now he picks it through, she's chasing it up. Trying to settle it down. She pushes it down into their zone. And settles up, gets it at the left point, kicks it down towards the net. Puck gets pushed around behind to the right side. Fergus pulls it back behind their own net, goes around the boards to the far side. And up along the side of the circle, they pass across. She got a piece of it. 19 was able to settle it down. Throws a shot up. Ella comes over trying to glove it, but she knocks it wide anyway. The puck comes out on the boards and out. Pick it up right in front of us here on the red line. Send it across. Finley intercepted it. Tried to settle down to try to figure where it was. She didn't get it clean, and she dumped it and it goes off for a change. They swing around behind their own net, coming near side. Gonna throw it back across. Tibbs will come in off the bench. She's got there. She throws it back towards Maddie. But he gets deflected back out of the zone. And he backs up, swings back up the middle. Lost it to 16 on the far side. She pushed it down in. She gets off the boards past Tibbs. She comes up through the circle. Throwing a shot. Ella got a piece of that one. Ella and the board, or the post. And it gets cleared out by the Spuds and misses the net by about a foot. So with 3:45 left, we're coming back into the Spud zone for face-off in the far circle.
Come on, Mark!
Okay, second far corner. Around the far side. Slowly pushing it up, passes up to Sayla. She's got Marley on the left side with her. Ooh, lost it along the boards and couldn't get it in. Fergus turns it around at their own blue line. Dumps it down. All the others are in for a change. Marley gets it on the left side. She settles it in, goes in. She's got a lot of traffic trying to cut through. Lost it at the top of the circle. Still's able to dump it into the corner. Fergus pushes it up along the near boards. He picks it across. Ty is chasing over, trying to keep it in. He does. She gets up to Tibbs. Tibbs knocks her around behind the net. Fergus pushes up along the near boards. Comes up to Berkeley. She sends it down towards the net. Deflects off a defender's stick and into the glove of the goalie for a whistle stop and play at 2:57 left in period one. Face up in the near circle. He gets a piece of it, throws it behind the net. Taylor tries to get to it, knocks it back to bar, comes out to Berkeley at the point. She knocks it back into the corner. Taylor pulls it down there, swings around behind the net to the far side, sends it right at Talia up front. She throws a shot, goes wide left. She lofted it, trying to get it to come in on the top of the net, but goes wide left. Comes back to Berkeley on the near side. She sends it down towards the net. Picked off sitting to the top of the circle. Marley knocks it over, or Sayla knocks it to the far side, but then Marley picks it up and drives it back out. Coming down in. Spud zone on the near side. Just picked over the far boards. Barley picks it off the boards. Sailor did, I'm sorry. 2 and a 7. Look a lot of light when you're moving. Sailor sends it down. Barley kicks it away. Get it back up and out of the zone. Brad picks it up. She comes around the red line. Drives in around the top of the circle. Backhands across the middle to 20. Berkeley's right there. Spuds collide on it. Berkeley's able to kick it and clear it out. Flutters past us and bounces down into their zone. And it chases after it. They're able to knock it off the boards and back down into the Spud zone. And he gets a piece of it, trying to push it up. Miller comes in. She gets it knocked up and out of the zone. And they knock it back down in. It's back to Ellie again on the left side of the circle. Comes out the circle. Miller backhands it to Abby. Abby gets it out of the zone. The team comes in, knocks it off the boards, follows up, takes it out. We've turned over though, right in front. Number 19 goes a shot. Ella blocks that one. Second shot, quick off that rebound. Ella blocks, so it goes over the far side. They keep it in though, comes up to the far point. So past the near side to the near circle. They missed on that one, goes all the way in the corner, and then they knock it around the far side. Just to the far side. Lily gets into a little thing there, trying to get to the puck with the defender, and it gets out of the zone. But Fergus pushes it back, gets it back in. We've got less than a minute left down the period. 19 is trying to center it. Goes all in the near corner. Let me get this stick for you. Right off the boards, but it comes to the left point. She throws it down deep, hits her own player. The number 2 comes in, throws it down to the front. Maddie gets in front of it, kick it out. Alyssa gets picked up, picks it up, but starts to skate with it and gets tripped and caught by the referee. He calls it immediately, and we got a whistle on that penalty for 36 and a half seconds left. So we'll be ending the period either with a goal or on a power play for the Spuds.
Let's use it, Spuddies!
All right, power play line.
Lissa, Clapper.
Abby gets it back to Alyssa. Alyssa moves to the left point, throws it down deep. Goal goes in. Goalie thought she had it, but it must have gone through her legs and in. And through the 5-hole. All right, Abby off the faceoff gets it back to Alyssa Hammer, who moves to her left, just left it straight out, and fires it in through the 5-hole. And it spreads up 3-0. Should be a system, Abby. I think Abby centered down in there, didn't she? All right, so discussion about how to score it. Let's get it down in. It goes back to full strength now after that goal. Let's throw it back in before an offsides. My camera work hasn't been very good. It's because my camera was not facing where I thought it was. All right, 16.8 seconds left in period 1. Spuds up 3-0. Let's get a piece of it. Solar turns it back in. They throw it back out, and it goes out of play into the Fergus bench. Another whistle with 10 seconds to go. Berkeley sends that one down, goes on net, gets kicked into the near corner by the goalie. Up along the boards. Gets off the boards past Berkeley, but that is the end of period number 2. I was watching on the one of the features. Couldn't get a camera tight on the scoreboard, so I just got one wide. So you can see part of the rink, which looks like here. If you want to see it. Fortunately, it's not. I can't zoom in with that camera onto the scoreboard to put that up. So experiment with that on the prior YouTube feed somehow.
You ready for your close-up?
All right, just a couple minute break here. We're going to be back for period number 2. All right, ready to kick off period number 2.
Go Spuds!
Let's get the face off. Let's knock it around. Brindley gets a piece of it, knocks it down into the corner. Fergus sends it back up along the side of the circle. Now he comes in from the point, gets it, throws it down deep behind the net. Unless the backhands it up front, but they're able to clear it out to the far corner. Far point and get it out. Now he backhands it, up off the board to neutralize. They send it back the other way. Abby gets a piece of it though. She and Brindley chase it off. Brindley gets to it first, centers it across to Alyssa. Alyssa's right out front, throws a shot up. And Abby follows with the goal. So Abby Knudsen with the goal. 37 seconds into the period number 2 with an assist from Alyssa and Brindley. Brindley centered that one. Alyssa had a shot up, deflected off, and Abby comes in for the follow-up and puts the Spuds up 4-0. Brindley had a little snafu on the celebration over there, but she's up and back ready for the face-off. Abby's got the face-off. She kicks it into their zone. Alyssa's at right wing. Brindley's at left wing. We got Talia back left and Berkeley back right in the defensive positions. Fergus sends it across. Number 16 picks up at the red line, pushes it up towards the blue line. They dump it down in, but goes right to Talia. She swings around behind her net, reverses back to the far corner. Picks it back up to Alyssa. She starts getting out along the boards, passes it across. Not sure if she intended for Brindley, but that's where it went. Brindley brings it in. Pass gets deflected off, and Fergus brings it back out. 19 drives it down on the far side, drives into the left circle. Backhands a shot, deflects up front. Ella gets it, deflects it off, and gets cleared out. I think Brindley there. Or Berkeley. Spuds couldn't get it out there. They kept it at the point. Now they swing around behind the net to the far side and out. Pass to Abby. Abby swings right into their zone on the far side, goes into the far corner. On the backhand of front, but she swings around to the near side. Throws it off the boards up towards Maddie, but it gets off bad angle for her, and Maddie's got to chase for it. Maddie's trying to get in front of the girl going for it. But goes back in, let's send it up front. Yep, I think we're probably going to have a interference on Maddie Burstfield. Fergus player had a full head of steam going after that puck when it went loose, and Maddie realized she wasn't going to hold on, get there first, so she got some body position and pushed her to the center, so she couldn't get to it, and they called her for interference. So with 3:10 to go in period 2, Spuds have a 2-minute penalty to kill. Interesting face-off situation we got here. Lizzie was going to take the face-off, but Abby comes in to do it. We didn't have enough people on. It comes over to Ellie. Ellie sends it up to the point. They send it back in. Abby sends it to the near side. Lizzie trying to get it out. Fergus keeps it in. 9 swings around, throws it up. Just underneath. Hits a board. Or the crossbar. Puts them Daughters on the board. Just in the upper right corner. Up in the circle. Miller gets it down to the zone. Gets it down, doesn't make it on net. That's on the right side of the net. And towards the front. They're able to clear it out. And it backs up with it. Back of that goal, Ella had it sealed, but she was down. The only spot to put it in was in between the little square created by the posts and her shoulder and her head. That's where the puck went. Dinged off the top bar and in. Then the Otters on the board. Game's still in there. out of zone. We dumped in, and she goes off. Alyssa comes on. Berkeley keeps that one in at the right point. And on the boards to the near side. Alyssa gets it out. Tyler backs up past the red guy with it, sends it across to Berkeley. She dumps it up towards Alyssa. Alyssa fires it from the far point, gets it on net. Berkeley kicks it off on the far side. Ooh, they got behind on that one. Long pass. Talia works down in there to get the puck away. Again, girl coming off the bench, got behind the defense, and they had a hard pass right to her. Talia hustled down and was able to push the puck away as she was closing in the far circle. Coming in for a shot. Backhand shot from left face-off circle there. Goes wide right. Goes along the boards near side. Let's pass it up. All the way down. Comes up near point, hits the ref. Finley's able to backhand it in. She goes off for a change. Before so she'll bring it back out near side. Right back across. Alyssa gets it, pushes it. Can't settle down, but she knocks it back into their zone on the right side. As he tries to close on it. And come back out and doesn't make it. Before we got an offside there, Spuds. That whistle stops the clock with 10:41 left in period 2. Spuds up 4-1. Faceoff's going to be in front of the Spuds bench, just outside the first blue line. Maddie passes it across. Oh, got it over. Canela went through two legs of two different girls. And comes out. Taylor picks it up, passes across to Marley. Lizzie, she comes in for a shot. Nice pass, a scoring opportunity there for Lizzie. Just Taylor got a piece of it, knocked it to the far side. That comes back out. Maddie tries to get it over to Lizzie, but picked off by number 10. She passed it across the middle. Too far up, just to the far side. Miller gets it out of the zone. Oh, Bill, the other offsides there. They keep it back in. Next down in the far corner. He's behind the net. Miller gets it, passes up, trying to get it out of the zone, and it comes out and crosses back over for an offsides. Another face-off here just in front of us to our right, outside the Spuds blue line.
Go Spuddies!
All right, Abby with the face-off. Got Lily to the left wing, and Marley at right wing. Back. Abby follows up, hits up off the boards. Marley gets it just past the blue line, pushes into their zone. She's chased it to the top of the circle, goes into the corner. Looking for somebody to pass to. She centers it. Fergus still tries to get it up, but it goes right to Talia, who sends it down deep. Gets deflected, but back to Marley. She backhands it towards the net. Fergus pushes it to the far side. Now we got a piece of that one where they tried to pass it out as well. Dumps it back in. Fergus throws it behind their own net, coming to the near side. And up along the near boards. There it is. Abby was fighting with it, got a shot off. Goes off a leg pad. That comes out to the left point. Berkeley turns, fires it back down. Fergus clears it to the left point. Talia had gone back to back up Berkeley on the far side and plays it back faster. And then you had to hustle back when it came to the near corner and couldn't get there before it crossed the blue line. And then she knocked it back over. We got an offsides on the Spuds. Fergus takes out the face-off. Number 14 drives down, cuts to the middle. Followed up. Berkeley got a piece of it. Another on the outer, going to try the shot. Quickly then cleared that one out as well. 14 pulled it away before it should get out of the zone, but it's lost it and crossed the blue line, so it comes out. Sam Berkeley clears it down, and that one's going to go for icing on the Spuds. 8:39 remaining. We're going to come back into the Spud zone. Faceoff's going to be in the left corner. Sail with the faceoff. Ian Brindley out in front of the net. Bangs over near side. Gets off the boards and past the defender. Brindley's chasing, or Weaver's chasing it down, but 11 for Fergus gets to it first when he's down behind the net to the far side. Sala hustling in to get that one at the right point and backhanded down in. All both of the defenders had backed up because they took off with it. Sala kicks it down in. Now he comes up to the left point, trying to knock it back in. Sala sends it over to Alyssa. Look at a hard, quick shot. Dings off the goalie's stick, and then the goalie's able to cover it. Face off in the far corner. Abby can get the face off. She's got Lizzie on left wing with Murray at right wing. Abby and Ellie back on defense. Something down towards the net. And the Abby swings around behind. Comes over to left side. Maddie gets to it. Sends over to Ellie on the right point. She dumps it down in the far corner. Goes back up the boards to her again. Has it backhanded down. Fergus puts it off. Sends it across. Picks off a skate towards the red line. And Hattie Burkfield picks it up, swings back into her own zone. It circles round in the corner, to the top of the near circle, and gets it up along the boards where it gets to the ref, and then it turns into a melee for it a bit. 12 for Fergus, gets it out. Skate and got in, tried to get into a skating opportunity, or shooting opportunity, but what time she did, she lost it, and she cut to the left, and the Spuds clear it out. Fergus backs up into their own zone, goes up to the far boards. Grab it up along past their bench in this Spud zone, kicks it into the corner. Really gets in front of that as they try to center it, goes into the near corner. But coming around to the right point, they throw it down, goes wide left. Really chasing it over, settles it down, passes it across, trying to get it to Lizzie to take off. It gets picked off and thrown into the near corner. Now he picks up, she's skating it out. She cuts up through the middle, cuts to her left. Moves to her right and lost it right there, blue line. And puck is knocked back. Abby backs up for it. Goes it along the boards and out. 13 dumps it in just from inside the red line. Puck goes around. Abby Burkfield picks up behind the net. Pushes up the left side, the left point. They dump it back down in. Abby got it on the move to Tibbs. Tibbs pushes up between two girls until she picks up, follows in with it. Moves to her right. Ooh, couldn't get a shot on. Goes in to the left behind the net. Back over to the right side. Fergus sends it from the right point. Comes up front. Harley with a backhand, but doesn't make it in. Goes to the left side, left to the left point. Harley gets around one girl, pushes it down towards the near corner. Comes up the boards, up towards Sale, backing up Talia, but it gets past her. Talia's got it back up in the neutral ice. Sends it across over to Berkeley. Gets it off the boards. Marley backhands it down into their zone. Back up to the left point. Marley and Berkeley each get a piece of it. Comes up to Marley out front. She throws it down, her in, goes wide right. Back in behind the net. Comes around near side. So sends it across out to Berkeley. Hits a stick. Gets cleared down, comes back out to the point. Just crossed the blue line before Berkeley could pull that one back in. And we got an offsides in the Spuds, killing the clock at 5:21 remaining in period 2. Hands out to Maddie at the red line. She throws it in. Off the boards right by Alyssa, goes down behind the net. Fergus swings up the near side. Abby takes it away and fires a shot, goes wide right and up along the boards to the left point. Gets past Ellie and back out to center ice. Alyssa picks it up, passes over to Abby near side. Tries to throw it in deep, hits the stick, follows up, centers it right up front for Berkeley. For Brindley. She couldn't put it in though, goes on near side. Back around, and then Fergus goes up to number 14 and skates it out. She's going right up the middle. Oh, Abby got tangled up with her. Nothing called. Brindley picks that one up off the blue line. When it came loose, she skirts it down to the Spuds blue line and dumps it. And goes off for a change. Let's see. Takes that one down. Marty's got it to left. left point, throws the shot down, goes wide right along the boards to the far side. Still trying to push it up. Get a pass. They got a 2-on-1 going. Oh, good work from Maddie to get a piece of that, so they couldn't take off with it. They had a 2-on-1 with both girls with some head of steam going. And Maddie just flailed out her stick and poked that one away. Keep them from charging down for a shooting opportunity. The offsides on the Spuds there. We got a whistle. Kills the clock at 4:08 left in period 2. Spuds up 4-1. Face off going to be on the far side in front of their bench. Sail with the face off. Goes back to Berkeley. She backhands it up, but it goes to number 13. Lizzie closed on that, took it away. Drives it down into the near corner. Comes up to Talia at the right point. Ooh, she chases for it, but 12 was able to settle it down. And she pushes it in the Spud zone. She's the first one to get at the far side of the circle. She drives up with a shot. Throws it up. Ella gets it. Didn't know where it was, but the whistle was blown without him signaling. You can see she had it, but she's like looking behind her just to see if it went in, where to go. She held on to it. All right, Abby's taking the face-off. She's got Tibbs at left wing. Tibbs gets this one off the face-off, pushes it up along the boards. Passes it across over to Marley, who's at right wing right now. Gets knocked back by number 10 to Fergus, drives it back in, cuts to the left. Gets picked up by 20, tries it back in towards the front of the net. It gets right up front. Owen picks it off to the far side. The puck comes around behind the net to the near corner. Talia swings back into her own zone with that and passes across towards Abby. Goes past her though. Marley gets it into the zone, centers it down, comes up towards Tibbs who gets a shot up, but stick gets on it, and the defender and it goes behind the net. It comes around to the far side, goes to the far point. Berkeley tries to send a shot, goes off the defender back to her, so she sends it back, and that one goes right on net. Sits up front. Oh, couldn't get to the rebound before it goes back into the far corner. Abby's chasing after it there. So just pushes it out to the point. It gets past. It gets up to number 12, who's back behind the defender. She drives in, moves to her right, to her left into the far circle. Throws a shot. Would have gone wide right a little bit, but Ella swings out and gloves it. To ensure that there weren't any follow-ups. And that stops the clock at 2:41 left in period 2. Oh, this one comes right up front to try to get a piece of it, but always got a stick on it. Yeah, he gets it behind the net, goes to the far side. Wants to pass up for Alyssa, but it gets passed, knocked back in. Heads then cleared out, right to Brinley. Brinley passes to Alyssa. She gets out into the far circle. First trying to get a shot. Goes wide left. Comes along the near point. Maddie sends a shot in from the top of the circle. Goes to Alyssa at the far side of the circle. She turns and swings another shot. Hits the side of the side post. Comes back out, this time along the boards, and it does come out. Maddie Birchfield backs up to her own blue line. Almost had it picked off from behind her, but she gets it across over to Alyssa. Alyssa fires it across, and it goes out for an odd stick and down into the near corner. And it gets alongside of the circle, sends it up, it goes in behind that. Sarah pulls it near side, gets it back to her. Really passes one out to Alyssa, who fires a shot from straight out. Really kicks it to the far side. Alyssa centers it. Right to an otter though, because we have a Spud in that spot, and they drive it back out. 15 pushes it down, but it's taken away. Ellie pushes it back up and out of the zone. Fergus knocked it back in from neutral ice into the Spud zone for an offsides, which stops the clock at 1:20 left in period 2. Face off in front of the outer bench. Comes all the way across. He pushes it out of the zone, trying to get it up. Brings up with it. It's got it back into their own zone with it. Sends it over to Berkeley. Berkeley sends it up towards Mela. Mela gets a piece of it, redirect it, chases after her and Abby do. Puts her in the corner. They throw it back up along the boards. Berkeley closed on that one. Sent it back down towards the net. They try to clear it. Goes off of Lizzie skating out. 14 picks up the red line. Passes across to 19, but misses it. Mela goes over to the far boards, trying to send it across. Passes all the way over towards Lizzie. Fergus at the red line, sends it the other way. Now he passes up to Abby along the near board. She sends it across the middle towards Mela. And her another girl go for it. Goes past both of them into the far corner. Now Otter's pushing up the far boards. One of them lost a glove. So they're going for it. Spuds trying to get up at the left point. They drive across the middle. Backhands a shot. Couple of Spuds get a piece of it. It doesn't go on net. Now he pushes it behind the net to the far side as they skate it out when we get the horn for the end of period number 2. So after 2, Spuds up 4-1. There's the Otters, and we will be back in about 10 minutes because we're going to have a Zamboni break.
Hey, Martsies, where are you? Hello? We're at a hockey game. Get your butts here.
Sure that bed is warm.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Across towards Mela. Couldn't settle it down yet. Back out. Going all the way down though, goes for icing, so we'll come back to the spud zone. Zoom this in now a little bit better. Alright, let's have a new circle, spud zone. Over to Marley, puts it up, gets it out of his zone. Fergus swings around, took it away right outside the blue line, swung around, trying to drive it back in. That went for outside. It's up on the Spuds bunch. Oh, let me get that over a little bit. Comes across near side for Burkle, she drives it up, throws it off the boards. Coming for Fergus, tries to reverse it, but Marley gets a piece of it, dumps it into the Spud zone, Fergus zone. They reverse it back out. Both backhands it down, goes to Talia. She backs up, swings behind her own net. On the near side, cuts up to the circle, backhands off the boards, trying to get it up, but they send it back down into the behind the net. Goes around the boards there to the far side. Brings it back near side, trying to get it up towards Marley. Goes off her skate. First turns around. But lost the puck. Goes to Talia. She swings around, comes up near side. She's trying to get some speed up, but then got poked away right outside the blue line. Tim's got a piece of that one. Alyssa tries to turn her around, but then she lost it along the boards as well. Abby takes it, gets over to Alyssa. Alyssa gets to the blue line, tries a hard shot, hits another goal on the backside. Puck comes up, Abby picks it up from the top of the circle, fires a shot from the top of the near face-off circle, goes off the goalie's shoulder and up the near side. Comes around back to the near point. Maddie sends it into the front of the corner. It comes out to the left point. Ellie sends it in. Brindley swings around with it, passes to Alyssa at the top of the near circle. She throws a shot, hits the side of the net, comes around the near boards. Thrown across by Alyssa, trying to get it over to Ellie, but it goes in front of her, and the Fergus player gets it out. Abby backhands, backs up, gets it, swings around, sends it to Alyssa on the near side. She sends it, throws a shot, comes straight out, about 3 feet inside the face-off circle. Wrist her off through some traffic. Goalie blocked it, and then covered it up to keep it from having a rebound. And the whistle blows with 12:08 remaining in period 3. Spud's still up 3-1. Off the face one coming to Maddie Birchfield. Goes into the corner. Centering pass there from Mela, gets sent out by the defender all the way down. Picks off Maddie's stick all the way down to the Spud zone. She backs up, goes behind her own net with it, going over to the far corner. And then up past the circle, fires it up, goes out of the zone. Fergus and Lizzie both go down. Fergus player and Lizzie both go down. So it took a while for Fergus to bring it back in. They dump it. We got a stick out in the ice in the far face-off circle. They come around behind the net, come back up, and do a wrap around, and Fergus puts it in to come within 2. It's now 4-2. Scrambling for it behind the net. Otter picks it up, swings it around, wraps right around, and dumps it right inside the right post. To get within 2, it's now 4-2. Spuds up, Abby's got the face off it. Abby's that right wing, takes that left wing. Let's get that one, send it across to the left side. They send it back, right side, and they send it back down in deep. It goes in behind the net. Decides to go out the right side. Follows up, goes it off the board, trying to get it up to Kids faster. Fergus sends it across. Marley, tries to turn around behind a girl and try to get some speed up and lost the puck, and they turned around and got a shot right off in front of it. But still can't clear it out. Fergus swings to the left side. And they'll block another one, comes right up front. Loose puck. Right out in front of the net. Talia picks it up, skates out into the zone, the right circle, comes across, throws a shot, goes all the way across. Talia gets it on top of the far circle. Gets knocked down as she was there, got the call for it. Tibbs comes in to help out, throws the puck behind the net, down around to the far corner. Maddie gets a piece of it, knocks it to the far side. Tibbs comes in, hits it, dumps it behind the net, she's going off for a change. It comes into the left point, keeps that one in, passes across for Brinley. Brinley's trying to backhand it. It's getting some traffic. Comes around behind the net to Alyssa. Alyssa backhands a shot. Goalie blocks it though and covers it. That stops the clock at 10:08. Quick change there on that one. And you notice there was only Abby and Maddie were out there because the other three girls went off for change, and then Alyssa and Brinley came back in, kept that puck in, and scoring opportunity out of it. Maddie sends that one from deep inside their zone. Just stuck in the near corner. Then they get it out to the center ice. Brinley fighting for it, trying to send it back. On the red line, she dumps it into their zone. Comes up alongside of the net. And it pulls it to the far corner. Comes up to the point. Always able to keep it in. Comes through the circle. Fergus picks it up there, throws it near side. Passes up to 30, flex it up. And Maddie gets to it, sends it the other direction. Right here in front of us, Sailor dumps it in, puck goes around behind the net. No, I'm not supposed to be muted. I might have to unmute down there. Fergus swings around behind their own net. Comes around near side. Maddie knocks it, keeps it in. Comes down around to their zone. Sorry if that was muted for a while on one of the channels. We got a far more complicated setup than would be the case if we were professionals. Let's keep it in. Ellie gets a piece of it, but they knock it back out to neutral ice. Abby comes along near side, throws it off the boards, trying to get it in, but they redirect it from their own blue line. Quickly comes off the bench. And we had a whistle. Oh, puck. Net came off. You just gotta move that thing, touch the mouse. It's gonna pause the video. Just gotta move it, and then if that goes muted down there on screen, then it'll go through it. Okay, face off in their zone. Abby gets that one straight back to Talia. Talia fires a shot in. To it initially, so there was a second follow-up shot. It gets a little tangled up. Now with the slap shot from straight out. Doesn't make it past the goalie though, and we get a whistle, stops the clock with 8:28 left in period 3. Right, Abby with the faceoff, throws it back to Berkeley at the near point. She throws around the boards, down behind the net, goes around to the far corner. Busy chasing it to there, trying to get it back out to Talia. Sends it all the way across. Now he sends it back to Berkeley. Dumps it back down in. Number 2 for Fergus. Backhands it behind the net over the far corner. They clear it out. Talia backs up, sends it over to Berkeley near side. Swings back by our blue line. Comes up towards Marley. Or Mela at the near point. She dumps it down towards the net. It's deflected into the near corner. Comes back out to Berkeley at the right point. She throws a hard shot down. Goalie kicks it away with the right leg pad. Talia picks it up, trying to backhand it down to keep it in the zone. She's throwing it off. She and another girl both go down. Still there right underneath. Oh, great girl just keeps on going. She picked up the loose puck then. Swings around behind the net, comes around the near side. Sends it out towards Berkeley, but it gets picked off by number 18, who's skating it out. Abby knocks it away at the red line. Between kicks it over. Berkeley picks it up in their own zone. It's deflected back. Goes off a skate back to Tibbs. He's got it along the boards trying to get it out. They're just trying to push it forward, but Tibbs pushed it all the way down, goes down to the far corner, pulls it behind the net, comes a wraparound, tries to throw it in, goes over the far point. Ellie's got it at the far point, tries to dump it in, goes off the defender. Follows up to push it down. They try to throw it out, comes out to Maddie Birchfield, throws around a couple of girls, and throws a shot in. Goalie holds on to it. And we get a whistle stop and play with 6:39 left in period 3. Salah's got the face up. Fergus takes it, starts skating it out. Pass across the 16, goes a little bit behind her, but she turns around. She's pretty quick. She skates in. Salah that was right on top of it. Kept it from getting anywhere with it. Any kind of shooting opportunity. And she gets it there. Fires across trying to get it over to Tibbs, but it goes past her. So number 12 for Fergus, who pushed it back into the Spud zone for an offsides. All right, face off in front of the Spuds bench on the far side. Salah's got the face off. Marley left wing comes back to Berkeley, who's on the right defensive position. She pushes it up, but Fergus kicks it across, back over in front of the bench. Talia trying to close on it. 12 for Fergus, gets to it first, knocks it down to the corner. And Talia get wrapped up. That comes out on the far side. Molly picks it up towards Tibbs. She gets it past out to their zone. They got to come around. Molly trying to push it up. Deflects it down into their zone. She's going off for a change. 15 to Fergus, swings around behind her own net, comes at the far side. Abby came in off that change, pushed it back, tries to center it up. Comes up towards Alyssa. Fergus player tried taking it out. Alyssa throws it back in the corner. Backhanded again from Abby. Back up. Brinley trying to get to it. Now on the left side of the net. Abby backhands a shot. Just deflected back behind. Comes up to the left point. They get it out. 12 and 14. 12 skating it down. Alyssa trying to get to it. Comes across. 12 good. Berkeley clear. Closed on it. Got it away. She swung around. Tough shot it from the far side of the circle. I picked it up into a... I thought that went into the net, but they didn't whistle it off. The play kept going until they got another shot from the right side that Ella held on to. And that stops the clock at 5:01 left in period 3. Let's go up by 2, 4-2. Sailor with the face-off. Falls down, puck's loose. Fergus tries to fire a shot. Ellie gets in front of it. Dizzy's trying to push it out, but Fergus turns with it. Maddie goes for it in the corner. Comes around behind to the near side. Puck gets knocked back to the far corner. Ellie's going for it. Throws it up towards Lizzie. Goes up to the point. They keep it in. Kick it across. Comes across to the near boards. Ellie backhands it up. Ellie's not able to get it out. They got the backhand from the left point. Now he sends it around. This time it kicks past the right defender's stick. She gets it out. They didn't call offsides on that one. Comes up with Mela. She pulls it on the right side. Tries to get it back to Sailor. Gets it back to Ellie at the right point. Sailor centers it up for Lizzie. It gets knocked down from behind. Nothing called on it. That comes out on the far side. Send it over to Mela. She's chasing after. Everybody else is going for a change. She's got it there in the circle. Comes out to the left point. 16 gets to it before Ellie could get back into position and drive to Dennis. Tries to center it. Talia picks it up, skates across, cuts to her left at the red line, drives in on the far side. It's down in the corner. Fergus knocks it behind. Abby gets a piece of it, and Fergus tries to send it back up towards the point. Marley got a piece of it, comes back towards Abby. Along the boards, they pass up towards 16, gets faster. That's a race, see if Talia can get there before number 16 can. Gets into the far corner of Spud zone. They get there about the same time. It goes up along the boards. Abby goes for it along with 19. She throws it up and out. It's going to slow it down into their zone. And just out for icing. 3:05 left in period 3. Left in the game here. Spuds still up by 2. Face-off's going to be in the far circle of Spud zone. Face-off in the far circle along the boards. Pushing it up. Lee pushes that one twice, gets collided with it. She pushes it down towards the corner. Knocking her both down. Alyssa follows up, gets a shot on, goes off the right pad, comes to the near side. And back towards Ellie, outside the zone. Everybody clears, she dumps it back in. Got to go back into the far corner. So they can keep it down here as much as possible, keep them from going empty net. And Spuds up by 2 with 2.5 minutes left to go now. Swings through the circle, drives up. 12's got a head of speed. She's driving up on the right side. Trying to get around Maddie. Comes over the shot and puts it in. Wins Fergus within 1. She has some speed up. Moves around 2 defenders. Got around Maddie on the far side. Come up through the far face-off circle. And put it in. On Ella's blocker side. Put the Otters within 1. Spuds now up 4-3 with 2:20 left. Face up and go towards Flash. Backhands it out towards Lizzie. Lizzie gets it up off the boards. Throws it off the boards and out. Goes down in behind the net of the Otters net. Comes up along the near boards to Fergus. Shoots it at the right point. As it dump it down in, gets deflected into the right corner. Puts it around the boards to the far point. Aya tries to hustle on it. Couldn't get there, puck goes all the way down. 12's right on her hip, and then she pushes it into the near corner. Down the center, Mela gets a piece of it though to keep it from doing so. Abby then backhands it out of the zone. And it goes down for icing. 1:36. So we'll see here now with that. Yep, they're going with the extra skater, pulling the goalie. Going empty net with 1:36, the Otters are, since the faceoff's going to be in the Spud zone. So if they can get something fired down, comes back down to Fergus, trying to hold it behind the net. She's got 3 girls on her trying to pull the puck out. That comes loose behind the net. They try to swing around, comes straight out. 16 tries to settle it. Marley, though, got the piece of it and they kicked it away. She's skating it down into their zone. And it gets her putting catch up for an icing on the Spuds. So 1:17 left. And we are coming back. They'll face off in the near corner Spud zone. Empty net. 6-on-5 attack. She's right up front. They try to throw it with a deep shot to the left, goes behind. 12 follows up here and backhanded. Talia gets a piece of it, pushes it in the far corner. Now she takes it back behind. Goes up near side. Goes off the stick along the near boards. Otters trying to go in the circle. Goes behind the net to the far side. Gibbs gets it there. Fire it! Can't get to it, but Sarah backhands it down to the zone. Must have just been over the red line. Like, she was awful close. Thought she had gotten the red line until she dumped it, but they called icing. So with 1:11, we're going back down into the Spud zone again, and they keep their goalie on the bench. Well, we got a timeout called, it looks like, for the Otters. timeout is over. We're going to go back this time after the timeout. So we're going to have a face-off in the far corner. On the penalty, or not the penalty kill. We got goes back to Maddie. She backhands it behind the net, coming over to the near corner. Alyssa's got it there. She tries to get it up. It comes up to the left point. They fire a shot. Maddie Burstall got a piece of it to kick it out. They look at Brindley. She's trying to get it out of the zone, but the left point, they push it through. Still can't get it out of the zone. It's over there in front of the circle. Comes along the blue line to the near corner. And he sends it down in to the near corner. Maddie picks it up there, pushes it around. Kicks it around to the far side. She follows up. Gets it off the boards and out. They just turns it across, and as it comes in with a stick, it gets to it. Oh, did they say Brindley was across the line? Try to get that out. Face off just outside the outer zone. They are not putting the goalie back in. 33 seconds left. Abby's got the face off. That's the right wing. Brindley left, and she cuts back to Maddie with the left wing. She fires from there, but under there, kicks it towards the near side. Comes over to Talia. She brings it back down to their zone. Alyssa deflects it down in. Puck goes in behind the net. Comes around the far side. Throw out the boards trying to get it out. Abby gets a piece of it. It's 12, pushes it down. She throws a shot as far as the right side. Only got a glove on it. And then reaches out to cover it. 8.5 seconds left. 8.5 seconds left. Spuds up by 1. Otters still empty net. All right, Maddie's going after that. Talia and Berkeley in. Marley out front of the net. Tibbs on the far side. So it comes over into the far corner. 4.5 seconds left. Comes across. Otters picks it over. Berkeley gets it out of the zone. The Otters got it back up, and the Spuds hold on to win this one 4-3. Nice way to come back for the tournament, to take the last 2 games. Lose to the first 2, and then they beat Eden Prairie last night, who at that point was undefeated in their bracket. And then come in and beat Fergus Falls. The rematch from last weekend, which is another close game. One goal game, Spuds were able to hold on and win that one 5-4. They hold on to this one and win 4-3. All right, everybody stay warm. We will have the Girls International Tournament from Fargo next weekend. And when we got to get when we have all of the schedule for the games, post them on Facebook, so I should have them up on Twitter, and we will have them here